What's up, dudes and dudettes? Welcome to Cobra Kai Fandom, your source of Cobra Kai news, speculation, and the only place where your theories become real. This week, I want to continue where we started last week. Link above if you missed it. Exploring Season 3 based on the clues we get through the teasers and recent tweets. As usual, I'll go straight to the point, then we'll dive deeper and scrutinize, analyze, and all that jazz. It rhymes. Here's my point. As Hayden Schlossberg put it himself, Season 3 and 4 that they're pinning right now will be full of surprises. TV streaming series are all about surprises, twists, and cliffhangers. So here's the big one. But before you start screaming at me in the comments below, please watch the entire video with solid proof and evidence to back up my claim. So there we go. Robbie's a fake. I said it. All along, always been, always will. He's a fraud, a traitor, undercover bad boy who never had a change of heart, but is just pretending the whole time. He's been manipulating, scheming, and not just to hurt his dad, his mom, his stepfather, or his karate nemesis, but everyone he encounters. Now let me prove it to you by analyzing a couple of scenes. So first off, as you saw in the title card, it's the title and theme of Season 2, Episode 3 that is the key to everything. The entire Cobra Kai story arc. Fire and Ice, a clear indication of what to expect in Season 3 and 4. We've talked of yin and yang, black and white, Cobra Kai, Miyagi-Do, or Fire and Ice. What do Fire and Ice do again? Well, fire purifies and ice preserves. Now bear with me for just a second, but what if the writers had planned everything all along and always wanted to reverse the roles of Miguel and Robbie? Let me explain. Well, the concept of Cobra Kai itself, the way it was first pitched to Sony executives back in 2015, if I'm not mistaken, was all about reversed roles, wasn't it? The bullied becomes the bully, and vice versa. Now, what if the dynamics between senseis and their respective students echoed that as well? Fire and Ice. It will all make sense in just a second, but you gotta bear with me for a little while longer. Miguel is a good kid, right? And will always be deep down inside a good kid. He's gonna make poor choices, sure. He's gonna get corrupted by Chris. How do I know? Well, watch. It's all here. The key to all these big surprises in Seasons 3 and 4, all here. Season 2, Episode 1. They were moments I wasn't sure I like what I saw, says Carmen. He had this look on his face, but that's just his game face, I suppose. And Johnny replies, I won't let him go astray. And then the interesting thing is that in that moment, the phone rings. And who's calling? Well, this is foreshadowing here. The person calling is the very same person who will eventually let Miguel astray in Season 3, Chris. Huge hint here in this scene. Miguel will eventually be tested through the trials and challenges of life, the curveballs, as well as by temptation, temptation to seek revenge over what Robbie did to him. When Johnny won't be able to be the sensei Miguel needs in that moment, Miguel will secretly turn to Chris. Miguel will go astray, but just for a time before coming back to his senses. Or to his sensei, no pun intended. Well, a little bit maybe. Anyway, how? Why? Fire and Ice. In that scene, it's all about fire and ice. Cobra Kai uses fire, Miyagi-Do, ice. Later on in the cold chamber, the same imagery is kept again. Still ice and cold for Miyagi-Do. Now, like I said earlier, what does fire do again? Well, it purifies, it refines. Miguel, through the fire of Cobra Kai's training and way of life, will come out the other end refined. Only the purest form of gold will remain once the fire is done burning everything else to ashes. When all is said and done, by the time we get to the series finale, the later as possible please, let's say Season 7, Miguel will be a good kid who's gone through challenges and the flames of inner battles, but refined by it. Pure gold. Now we just saw what fire does. What about ice? Well, ice preserves. It keeps things exactly the way they are. Even non-living organism can be preserved in ice for a very long time. Robbie will never change. He had no problem lying to this poor guy trying to get his computer repaired. He had no problem giving Johnny another one of those horrible, Mr. LaRusso is the man you'll never be. Ouch. That's gotta hurt. But most importantly, look at this scene very carefully. Is this really an accident to you? As Ra's al Ghul would put it.
Always mind your surroundings.
Or Doc Brown would say,
"You're just not thinking fourth dimensionally."
but here's the shot I really want to show you, crucial to my theory. We're gonna freeze frame right here. Yes, right there. Robbie cannot be accused of not knowing his surroundings. Look at this. In this shot, we see him holding on to the banister. I mean, things go really fast in this fight, I agree. Changes of scenery, everything. But make no mistake about it. Robbie knows, even if subconsciously, knows all too well that he's on the first floor. And then, look at this calculated kick. This is not some improvised, passionate move. No. This shows skills, training, rehearsals even maybe, I don't know. And that look here, that is not regret or remorse or whatever. That's someone being taken off guard by his own inner demons. This is Robbie realizing that he is, in fact, capable of this. Why is he like this? For many reasons, but the one we're interested in today is the fact that Miyagi-Do never really challenges anyone or try to change people into becoming something else. Miyagi-Do is all about compassion and accepting people just as they are, like ice. It preserves. If you're good inside, good. But if you're not, Miyagi-Do won't ask you to change, just to seek what's inside. But what if what's inside's crap? Cobra Kai won't do that for you. No compromise, no BS. It will stare at the darkness within you and will use it to make you better, raw. It does not tell you that the point of fighting is to participate, that there isn't competition. Cobra Kai is bold, and what you see is what you get. Strike first, compete, and win by being better than your opponents. Simple as that. The genius of the reversed concept by the big three, or should I say, the three maestros, shines once again. Unlike Disney and its failure of a Star Wars sequel trilogy with no master plan, Hurwitz, Schlossberg, and Held knew all along it's all about fire and ice. Robbie pretends, fakes it, doesn't even know who he is. He has a secret agenda, which goes beyond just hurting his dad, and season 3 and 4 will explore how deep the rabbit hole really goes. We, the audience, will know, but the characters won't. Carmen got tricked by a look on Miguel's face and forgot who he was. Amanda got tricked by a look on Robbie's face and forgot who he was. But at the end of the day, when all is said and done, Johnny was the bad guy in Karate Kid, is now good and trains a good kid, supposedly gone bad when in fact he isn't. While Daniel, who was the hero in Karate Kid, is now not exactly as perfect as we thought, trains a bad boy, supposedly turned good when in fact he isn't. Same thing, reversed roles, fire and ice. Thanks for listening. Thank you for 6,000 subs, guys. People have been wondering why my channel does not grow faster. Had several sweet messages this week about that. So let me give you my 3 reasons. Reason number 1, I upload once a week at best and have gone for weeks without a single upload. That's not great. So I've decided to start a Patreon in 2021 to help me improve that and upload better content and more often. 2, my channel does not grow faster because frankly, I sound like people up you. Maybe, I don't know. Reason number 3, I try not to sell out by making quick videos with nothing to say. There's a temptation as a YouTuber, trust me. But with your help, I'll always try to honor you first and keep that as my number 1 priority. Thank you again, guys, and as usual, now more than ever, don't forget to share, to like, follow me on Twitter and Insta, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, hit the bell button for notifications, and until next time, dudes and dudettes, peace out, don't be a bully, and never strike back. Kirk out.